Okay, guys, welcome back. So, I just want us to talk about what happened to Sheikh Gumi. Many of you know him, and we all have different opinion on that. Muslim people may have different opinion from Christians based on the role of the man in Nigeria. Few years ago, we saw him having contact and negotiating for bandit and Nigerian government. Some quotes that he made are trending. You know how it has trended. Some are still holding that on him, especially where he said that you don't need to go that not that I should not vote for anybody that is not a Muslim because the bandit and Bugarams and all of that, they are their brothers. In fact, they are warriors. That's what he said. And in some cases where they have bandit kidnap people and hold them on, have them on their hostage and the net and all that, trying to stop them from going to their families and all that, demanding ransom in without looking back. This man have served as one of the negotiators, if not the only sole negotiator for bandit in Nigeria, and he's moving freely. Nobody questioned him, nothing whatsoever. In fact, P2B, this is one because of him. Some people are not okay with P2B's, movement, and some people have actually said that this man is something else. He could be Osama bin Laden of Africa. Some people have said that, but the only thing is that why is he in the news today? Let me just go there because why we are talking about him is because he traveled to Saudi Arabia and he was being deported to Nigeria. He went there for Hajj. Muslim as a Muslim people, you have to. If you're Muslim, you understand better. That's what I was told. I'm a Christian, a Roman Catholic for that matter. But I was told that as a Muslim, you have to go to Mecca to at least few times in your lifetime. That's why you have this Al-Haji, Ajia, and all that. People that have traveled there bear such name. This man have been there many times, but he went there now and they told him to pack his load and go back. In fact, before we continue again, I want you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are reacting on different issues because we need to connect our just to keep ourselves informed, to have idea of what is going on and the mindset and the politics going on, in the world today. Saudi Arabia is just like you as a Roman Catholic talking about you say you are going to Rome or Jerusalem or as a Christian. So you go there, that is where they perceive to be holy land, like Israel in Rome, Vatican City, and all these religious places, holy places, everybody have their own. But all the Muslim worldwide always want to go to Saudi Arabia to perform Hajj. Though Muslims from Africa have different opinion. Some of them actually said that when you travel to Saudi Arabia, that they will show you racist. It's some madam. They would like to see, look at you as, and that kind of thing, one eye like that. And in the same Saudi Arabia, they have quite many Nigerians, many Northerners that travel there to do name of Haji or Hajia and whatever. I don't know what they cover. You understand what I'm talking about? They are quite them because some of them travel there with some of Ahike with them. They went there and they were being caught. And if they catch you, you are gonna. In Saudi Arabia, I don't know if it's the whole city because I don't know much about Saudi, to be honest with you. They give some people short leave. You know what I mean by short leave? Just if they caught you stealing or doing one or two things. So there are kind of controversial rules there, but maybe they're practicing it secretly or they're doing just that on African people. Now, am I happy that they question Gumi? Of course, I am happy. The reason is because Nigerians in Nigeria today, you cannot say Nigerian is dominated by Muslim, or neither can you say that Nigeria is being dominated or being filled with all Christians. So it's supposed to be a secular state, a secular government, but they have turned everything upside down and trying to push everything to favor one side and enslave others. You keep on seeing things like that. Nobody have called, not even from a senators or anything, that have called for the to question, to investigate Gumi. Nobody have done that. But Saudi, another country who share the same religious belief with what Gumi is preaching, is the one cutting his tail, checking on his excesses. Why? Because they know that this man is just like Osama 2.0 of Africa, of Nigeria. He have gone there before, but going there now and was being kicked out and deported, publicly deportation, is a thing of joy. He's not alone. Maybe Saudis are doing this things now because of the togetherness and trying to form a serious alliance with America. Because Trump went there few days ago, a few weeks ago, and he was welcomed massively. And in fact, to the extent that even Americans are questioning Trump's relationship with them. But that is what you see, maybe out of jealousness or anything. People can say anything they want to say simply because they want to pretend that they know it or when they don't know anything. You understand what I'm saying? But everybody have a right to say what they want to say. So the news from Nigerian stories, because many Nigerian platforms they are carrying the news. They said breaking news: Saudi Arabia authorities have banned renowned Nigerian Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi from entering the country to perform this year Hajj. Okay, that is news from Nigeria, one of Nigerian's newspaper. And here is the list of some other people that think Gumi, like Gumi, from different parts of the world, from these Arab countries and all that. As you can see here, this is just few of them. I'm gonna bring up the remaining one, but here let us read the title first. These are the faces of scholars who have been denied entering into Saudi Arabia. Dr. Ahmed is not the first. Somebody is saying this, and that person somehow is saying it in defense to or throw support to Sheikh Gumi. But he did not. What he did not realize is that that is to prove that Sheikh Gumi have a questionable character. But you that is in Nigeria, how do you see Sheikh Gumi's role, his actions and his performance and what he's doing? What does that mean to you? You understand? Because these are people that will facilitate. I keep on telling us that Nigeria will end up being like Afghanistan. One day you wake up and hear that Asarok have been taken over by Boko Haram, or so tough person from ISIS and all that. It will happen. It's a matter of time. And they're working towards that. Now you can see the list here. It is so many. This is just a few one that but I believe that they may have more. These are people from different background, different countries, different race, but they have what in common: Islamic religion. Now, the DSS, the EFCC, name them, not even Army and Co. They have never for once questioned Sheikh Gumi. And we will have many Sheikh Gumis, in Nigeria, many of them. The way things are today in Nigeria is shocking. In Benue, they buy people to the extent that local government chairman came out and began to question the authorities and say, what is going on? What is going on that he cannot just be he cannot just see people being piled like that. 2 years old children butchered for nothing. And the man said that he don't need to be a chairman of a local government that every now and then Fulanis will come and buy them. And army, military base, the military, barrack and whatever they call them, they are there. And in fact, where the buy people are very close to the dead. They couldn't do anything. Do you know what the army chief told one of the army commander they told the local government chairman? Because the man went to them and was fuming. He told them that they don't have mandate to question or to stop Fulanis from buying people from Benue. They don't have them. They don't have the mandate. That is how rotten the whole thing is now. In fact, I'm not gonna go there now because I would like to have the details of the video, because the one I watched is a kind of reaction from other people, which I don't want to bring the voice so that it may not flag the video. You understand? So let's just wait until I lay my hands on it properly. We are going to share it together here on this platform. Before you go, I would like you to tell me what you think about the action of Saudi Arabia on Sheikh Gumi. put it on comment section and let's hear from you. Very, very important because it's trending and it's supposed to trend because everybody in Nigeria turn blind eye. Nobody, Gumi is untouchable. The people who actually brought the religion for them are not questioning him. They can't even welcome him. You that is not even a Muslim are muted. Why their brother, their Muslim brother, are the one checkmating their excesses and trying to limit them from continuing doing what they normally do, which is recruiting people and making sure that they turn them to go crazy. Or that's why you keep on we hear this radical that he started like from people like Gumi, the so-called Islamic renown and whatever they call that, and some Islamic scholars and all that. They are there, and violence is not nobody's have monopoly of violence, and we are not preaching for violence. What we do here is to set alert so that you just to remind you that there's danger ahead, so you can find a way to protect and navigate your way for your life to be secured for you and your family. Please like this video and share it and tell me what you think about what it is. Because so far, God bless you and see you again on the next one. Bye bye for now.